Once upon a time, in a tranquil African village nestled on the edge of an ancient and mystical forest, there lived a kind and gentle princess. Her heart was as vast as the sky, and her wisdom shone like the morning sun. The villagers adored her, for her compassion was boundless. She was known for her acts of kindness, always helping those in need and bringing joy to everyone she encountered. The village thrived under her benevolent gaze, with laughter and cheer echoing through the streets. Children would gather around her, hanging on to her every word as she told them stories of far-off lands and magical creatures. Her presence was a blessing, a guiding light in their lives. One fateful day, driven by an insatiable curiosity and a deep love for her homeland, the princess decided to explore the forest further than she ever had before. The forest was a place of ancient magic, shrouded in mystery and tales of old. As she ventured deeper, the trees grew taller, their branches intertwining to form a canopy that filtered the sunlight into a mesmerizing dance of shadows. It was in this deeper part of the forest that she stumbled upon a creature of great majesty and sorrow. It was a large lizard, unlike any she had seen before. Its scales shimmered with an ethereal, almost magical glow, and its eyes, though fierce, held a profound sadness. The lizard's appearance was both magnificent and haunting, a stark contrast to the vibrant life of the village she had left behind. As the princess approached the lizard with cautious steps, she felt a pang of empathy. The creature's sorrow seemed to resonate with her own heart, and she couldn't help but feel a connection to the beast before her. The forest around them was dense and shadowy, adding to the air of mystery and unease. Unbeknownst to her, this lizard was once a noble prince, a figure of great honor and courage. Long ago, he had been cursed by a wicked and envious wizard. The prince had been renowned for his bravery and noble heart, qualities that had unfortunately invoked the wizard's ire. Fueled by jealousy, the wizard cast a dark spell, transforming the prince into a lizard and binding him to the forest in a state of perpetual anger and isolation. The curse was not merely a change of form but a transformation of spirit. The prince's gentle nature was overshadowed by bitterness and rage. He became a guardian of the forest, feared by all who dared to enter. His once regal presence was now a source of terror, and the magical forest had become his prison. The princess, despite her fear, felt a deep sense of compassion for the lizard. She could see beyond the anger and rage, perceiving the traces of the noble prince within. Driven by her kindness, she decided to help, hoping to bring solace to the tormented soul trapped within the lizard's form. However, the curse was a formidable force. As she extended her hand towards the lizard, her gesture of goodwill was met with overwhelming anger. The lizard, overwhelmed by the curse's power, captured the princess in a moment of fury. With a swiftness born of desperation, he took her to his hidden lair, a place deep within the forest where the shadows grew darker and the air colder. The news of the princess's capture spread like wildfire through the village, casting a pall of despair over the once joyous community. The villagers were heartbroken, and the king, her father, was overwhelmed with grief. Determined to save his daughter and break the curse, he vowed to embark on a quest to rescue her. Guided by these old tales, he turned to a wise and venerable shaman who lived at the edge of the forest. The shaman was known for her profound knowledge of magic and her ability to interpret the secrets of the forest. The shaman, with her deep, knowing eyes and mystical aura, revealed that the only way to break the curse was through an act of true love and sacrifice. This revelation was both a beacon of hope and a daunting challenge. The king realized that the power to free both the princess and the prince lay not in force or battle, but in the pure, selfless act of love. As days turned into weeks, the princess remained in the lizard's lair. Although she was safe from harm, she was closely watched by the lizard, who had become increasingly agitated. During her time there, the princess began to understand the depth of the creature's suffering. She could see that beneath the anger and the fearsome exterior lay the remnants of the prince's true self. Her empathy grew stronger with each passing day, and a plan began to form in her mind. She knew that the path to breaking the curse lay in reaching out to the prince within the lizard, touching the core of his being with her compassion. One fateful night, under the silvery light of a full moon, the princess took a deep breath and approached the lizard. Instead of speaking with words, she communicated through the language of the heart. She showed him kindness and understanding, reaching out with her spirit to connect with the remnants of the prince's soul. The magic of the forest seemed to respond to her genuine emotions. As the princess's love and sacrifice flowed into the lizard, the spell began to waver. The forest around them seemed to come alive with swirling magic, the very air humming with enchantment. The lizard's form started to change, his scales dissolved into skin, his claws into hands, and the fierce, angry eyes softened into those of the prince. As the transformation completed, the prince, now free from the curse, fell to his knees before the princess. Gratitude and love shone in his eyes, and the curse was finally broken, not by force but by the pure, selfless love of a compassionate heart. The princess and the prince made their way back to the village, their return marking the beginning of a new chapter for their people. The village erupted in celebration, their hearts filled with joy and hope. The tale of the cursed prince and the brave princess became a legend, a testament to the power of love and the triumph of compassion over adversity. And so, the enchanted forest stood as a symbol of hope and healing. It reminded all who ventured near that even in the darkest of times, love has the power to light the way and mend the deepest wounds. The story of the princess and the prince lived on, inspiring generations to believe in the power of love and kindness. This is the tale of the enchanted forest, where love conquered a curse, and two souls found their way back to each other. And with that, our story comes to a close.